Hey y'all, what's up? Hi, you guys. I'm so excited to be here. If you're catching me live and it's your first time, hello, my name's Michelle Christidis. I am here with a beautiful oracle for you today. This is what I call a daily download. So, what that means is it's timeless. So, whenever you find this, it is just like perfection for you. I love participation, which is why I go live. I do all my Oracle live. So, welcome. Come on in. Stay for a while. If you have to, come back later. Sometimes I get a little long winded, but I have to say, it's so beautiful to be here with you today. It's been a minute. I've been on a little bit of a pullback. Maybe you've been experiencing the same as happens for one, happens for all. We are going to start out today. Um, hey, Diane, thank you for being here. I want to welcome anybody who's new into this community, which is expanding slowly but surely. All who are meant to be here, it's totally divinely timed. I am first and foremost, I show up to you as a teacher, as a student. Oh, I've got goosebumps. Uh, with lots to talk about. I got lots to talk about, okay? So, let's go ahead and set the tone before we slip into the zone. I want to tell you something. I do feel that we're going to have some surprises emerge. I think, and I'm already feeling it, you're going to see me using my hands a lot more. Um, and that's something that I've become aware of and actually have been doing the whole time, but this is a joke. I'm hearing it's just the way that it brings the messages home for many of you. So, we're going to free up the hands a little bit more today. I'm going to pick into the bowl of crystal. So, I want you to go ahead and send some energies here. We've got a beautiful fairy piece. One of the perks of me being a party light consultant for a million years is I do have some beautiful product. I'm being guided to use this. It is my bowl of crystals, and I'm being guided that we're going to choose out of this today at random. So it's right here. So you can go ahead and send any and all energies to that. And of course, the more who show up here, the more powerful this little container, this portal, if you will, grows. And so I'm so grateful to all of you that are here. Now, just before I went live, I had this like taste for orange juice. Random. So I went into my refrigerator. I do love orange juice, but it was just like this overwhelming, like, oh, I need some orange juice. So I'm like looking in my fridge and I'm like, no orange juice. But I see the tip of my Gatorade. And I love this because it's so funny how we find messages in the littlest places. But we have this orange here, and this is green apple. If you have not had this, oh my God, it's so delicious. And I am so heartbroken that it has so much sugar, but it is so good. I love green apple. And you know what this means is I was kind of getting a message that about the apple, about an apple a day takes the medicine away. This message is coming. It's about what we're doing on the daily. It's about that we're having insights and changes. We're aligning to something new, right? And it's really so powerful. So wherever you are in this journey, as we're all in little different parts, may we come in here and hang out together and find solace and find gratitude and healing. I've got goosebumps. Woo. Okay, so this oracle has been coming in for months, actually. I wasn't really understanding what it was. I'm still opening the box. Okay, we're opening the box. And isn't that what a lot of YouTubers do? Okay, I'm so laughing because last night was my daughter's birthday party. 16 girls slept over. Yeah, I'm feeling the heat for lots of reasons. That was one of them. No, it was like an experience. I'm like, I made it, right? And it just puts things in perspective. And if we could look into anything from this moment on, if we move forward in this one moment with our eyes wide open and our heart wide open, and the ability to make new connections. I mean, isn't that what kids do so beautiful? Those of you that have kids, isn't it amazing? It's like, I made a new best friend. And I'm just feeling this energy, okay? So it's like really interesting what I'm talking about here. It's just all coming in. Let's let it flow. Let's not try to, you know, block it, try to constrict it. Let's allow it to flow, okay? And let's kind of do this dance together if we will. So I love, oh, okay. Um that's interesting. I just felt a very strong energy that entered into our circle. And many of you wow. Okay. I'm just going to let it flow because what I'm learning over these last 10 days, and I want to really bring this home because I feel like if you came here at this moment, it's a very special message to remember that there's always different perspectives happening at any given time. But what's really happening on a huge scale right now is that we're ending this like collective energy and we're all in different places, okay? And it's a choice. But we're kind of like many of you have taken this initiation months ago, like 8 months ago or so, and we're like ending this initiation. But at the same point in time, the train is coming into station with a new alignment, okay? And so it's really confusing, right? And so we hope we get some clarity today, right? All right. So, what is Michelle talking about? What am I talking about? I think it's amazing because what I'm kind of feeling here is you can see between the lines, like me. This is what we share in common, special family. I'm just letting it come in. Okay. Just letting it flow. And I hope that you are receiving. All right. Interesting. Okay. I'm just going to own it, y'all. Just going to own it. Okay. So I'm going to take you back to a couple months ago. At the end, specifically, it was actually the 25th of November, or excuse me, September. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because it all ties in. This is part of the daily download. It's part of what comes together. And I'm not going to take you through every step, but what I definitely had come through are the numbers 55. Now, 55 is an energy that I'm starting to understand of the next challenge. It's already started, okay? There's already this momentum. The tracks have already been laid. The train is coming into station, and it's up to you. Am I getting on this train? Am I going on this journey? Or am I going to wait for the next train? Do you see what I'm trying to say? So, this is like an activation. It's available to all of us. That's activation 55. You guys know the numbers talk to me. Many of you that come here, you already know you're on the Ascended Master path. It's a series of activations, okay? Now, they come in different ways, and many of you have multiple activations potentially happening at the same time, okay? We're all in different places, and this is the space that I show up in, and this is why I'm so grateful you're here. And this is why I'm being reminded that I am the student and I learn from you. And I also am the teacher as you learn from me. And it is a collaboration. It is what true collaboration is all about. And I'm getting the spark. Okay. So on the 25th of September, I channeled in my morning meeting with my angels from Archangel Zadkiel in particular, 7 years ago. Then Lincoln Logs, building structure, Lincoln, and then I got the axe and the vampire slayer. I was feeling my sacral and I was feeling really nauseated in my stomach, in my solar plexus, in my stomach, in my gut. And I heard rise from will into unconditional love, abolish slavery, the slave within, dark Babylonian energies, and I heard, I can't drive. 55. Okay? Literally heard Sammy Hagar. So I went into the song as I've learned to do. I went into the song I Can't Drive 55 and I watched the video, and boy, did I get quite a few insights. You're meant to go look yourself. What's coming in for you? What I saw was basically basically what I wrote down that I got from this video was that basically power was taken due to a change. There was something that happened that you and myself and all of us were unaware of. There was a change made, and it's like we didn't get the briefing. Okay. And this is a reference, and this came through as a reference of the song I Can't Drive 55. Did you know that this song was written by Sammy Hagar literally in just a matter of hours, actually? And it all happened in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep, right? In the valley. I love that song. It's coming through. Okay. So in the middle of the night, he was driving home, and in the middle of the night, there was a huge change nationally, never been done before, of the speed limit. Okay. So we're kind of looking behind. We're looking behind the music. We're looking behind the message. Okay, here. So just bear with me. So as he sinks into this, what is the song all about? He gets pulled over. He's actually, police comes up to his window and he's like, yes. And he's like, we're giving you a ticket. Are you aware that you were going 62 miles an hour? And Sammy, driving a very nice car, by the way, says, yes. Actually, I didn't realize I was driving a little slow because the speed limit before that was 65. So in the middle of the night, there was a change made, and he actually got a ticket. He was so mad. He wasn't even aware of this change. It's just something that was happened, and it really did happen that the national speed limit was changed to 55 nationwide across the board in 1974 due to an oil crisis. And so here there was this change made to the collective, but it's like a lot of people didn't get that notice. Okay. And so this is really coming in very strong, talking about the energies of I can't drive 65. I wasn't aware that this happened. And now we have the 55 coming in and saying, but if you can have vision by looking with your heart, seeing not here, but here, can you see with the vision of your heart, okay, to close this chapter, this challenge coming up, which is really just coming in? Are you going to go on the journey to close this chapter? Because overall 55 is a vibration of a 10, which is an ending and a new beginning. And so as we're closing up the 44, mass confusion, a lot of energy is pouring in right now as we speak. It has been coming in, especially at night. Okay, especially at night. Lots and lots of energy is pouring in, mass confusion. What's happening? I'm not sure. But at the same point in time, how can we use our imagination? How can we step into our power, use our imagination? How can we move forth in surrender and in power as we end one and peek our head into what's new? Okay, so this is what this oracle is about, is a series of many oracles that are coming through for you. I hope I'm setting the space. I want to check in with the angels. I definitely want to check in with Archangel Zadkiel. I'm already getting a message. Okay, because it continues. This has been coming in for a while, and it's been coming in lots of different ways. And what I'm going to tell you is the connection of how it led to I'm getting a deeper connection here. So let me see if I wrote it all down, because it actually came through on my phone with another light worker, with Trish, who I did the retreat with. We're like the Wonder Twin powers activate. We get lots of energy together. So she's at Del Sol Luna, should you feel called, a very powerful light worker who I'm so happy to connect with. And we were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We were getting all these different, based on, there was like this continued, okay? And then it became, she was coming in and we were getting this energy of, okay, I'm going to take you like where I'm being prompted. We were we were talking about this energy. I contacted her and I said, I'm getting Texas. I'm getting something. And we basically talked about these Texan gems in the sand that are actually made to create fireplaces. Okay. And as we were talking about that, it was very interesting because we were getting, feeling the fire, being able to the burn. And when I'm saying the fire, it's like there's this forge, okay? And as I'm speaking, I'm getting like this hammer of the sword, okay? Like forging a sword. Also getting in a lot of different ways clay pots. I'm getting artisans. There's many ways the fire is used. I'm getting glass blowing. So what I'm getting is this arts. I'm getting this arts, okay? This expression of the arts using the fire. And we were talking about this, and there was lots of different things coming in. It was like, oh my God, it was leading one thing to another to another. And what this all kind of came back to, I said Lincoln Logs, right? Is that Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, who was, it's so funny because I said I'm laughing about the axe and the vampire slayer. Okay. But it's like we're talking about laying the tracks down. And this is what Lincoln did in many different ways, and literally, my friends, with the railroad system. Now, why am I mentioning this? Because through all of this, I was led to this information about 7 years ago. Ha, full circle. 7 years ago, which, did you know, is 87 years. So when Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address, he was talking 87 years after the Declaration of Independence, but we're getting this message now. So 87 years ago, I took a peek and I thought it was very interesting, and I was getting an insight. Everything was a buzzing about this storm. It was a storm, actually, one of the worst tornadoes um, to hit the United States, and certainly back in 1936, I believe we're talking about here. Lots of changes. And so, as we're talking about, there was these changes made, and it was interesting because Trish and I were going back and forth, and we're getting a lot of information related about the weather and about the fact that the United States was actually, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just sharing this information. We're just talking. We're just hanging out. And so there actually is this weather act, and you're supposed to report if you're noticing on ways to control the weather. And it was just really interesting because Trish and I were getting a lot of information about the railroad tracks and the fact that tornadoes have been linked. We were noticing a correlation between the tracking of the tracks and the actual tornado disasters. And so this was like, wait, what is going on here? So let's go ahead. This is what we're starting with. Are you ready to go in? Are you ready to take a peek? Are you ready to understand that we've been driving our 4x4? We've had a lot of movement, right? A lot of movement coming in. And now we're shifting gears into what we call the overdrive. And it sounds like, oh crap, like maybe I should buckle up my seatbelt. But what we don't realize is when you shift into overdrive, it actually allows your vehicle to move with more efficiency, more grace, if you will, more gratitude, if you will. And when you say overdrive, it's like, oh my God, like it's like at first I was like, oh no, we're gonna be like stuck in gear, and but it's not really about that. 1919 on the clock. It's about the 10 and the 10. It's about the challenge. It's about the surrender. It's about climbing this staircase, and it's about taking the steps as they appear. And this is what I'm getting with that railroad track. We're laying down the foundation in the real time. But as we're doing that, it's creating this vortex of energy, if you will. Okay? And it's palpable. It's palpable. And that's why you have been pulled here. So now let's go ahead and check in. Archangel Zadkiel, the highest light, are you here with us? Okay. I kind of did that. I have secret handshakes. Archangel Zadkiel is here with us. I do encourage you to use secret handshakes, especially if you have a lot of confusion, if you use a pendulum. I use a pendulum in my work for lots of reasons. Okay. It is not a crutch, it's just a way for me to understand as I communicate subconsciously. Okay. So my communication comes very subconsciously. It's a very nuances. Okay. You probably see them when they come through. Have we set the stage? No. Okay. We're forgetting something. Okay. Do you want to show me something? Okay, so we're gonna go in. Archangel Zachiel is gonna show me something to set the stage. There's an element that we've left out. Like I said, this has been coming in for a couple months. So let's just be here in the real time with Archangel Zadkiel. We are gonna do the violet flame together to go into the zone, but I'm being shown. So just a moment. I feel my heart chakra immediately. I feel us connecting. There's a connection with the heart. I'm also feeling the right leg. Okay, so we really want to bring home this. Okay, I am loving what's coming in, and I just want to verify. So basically, I'm getting a message about the train and the tracks. Yes. Okay. So basically, the visual that's coming in. Hey, welcome, Jenny's journal. I feel like you're new. Wait, but at the same time, it looks like Penelope. Is that you, girl? Let me know. I'm kidding. Angels are telling me yes. Okay, you have to let me know. And look at we're hanging at 22:10 on the clock. I'm loving that. Okay, the angels are like, yes, 22:10. Build your structure. Yes. Okay. Wow, so many messages coming in. You guys are so powerful. So basically, I was getting divine feminines. You are the train. You are the train. Divine masculine energy within you is the tracks. Okay, that is so amazing, but that's you. Okay. So it's like as you work in collaboration, see, this is what I'm getting is like as the train is moving, there's this movement, and it's like you're laying down the tracks as you go. Okay. It's really important for you to understand this. And you are making a mark. Okay. And this mark is for others potentially to go on the ride. Okay. This is what this challenge is about. Okay, is there more Archangel Zachiel? Okay, I appreciate that so much. We're going to go ahead and start. Can we get into the oracle? Yes. We're going to start with the violet flame prayer today as I'm being guided. And you know what? This is really coming in. I'm feeling a very strong energy. Is this mine? No, this is one of you. It's in the sacral chakra. I'm feeling a very strong energy in your sacral chakra. And prompting that so that you can prompt in with this prayer as I'm a catalyst. And I'm getting maybe you are as well. So special message for you. If you're feeling this sensation in between your hips, I'm getting Shakira, like, oh baby, when you move like that, oh baby. I love that song. Is that a song for them? That's a song for you. Okay, so, all right, so let's go ahead and sink into the violet flame prayer. This is very cleansing. I do share this. If you would like me to send it, please let me know. I'm going to include it when we're done in the description box. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in the zone. You can close your eyes. As I say this for myself, it is also activated. This is what I meant as a catalyst. It's automatically activated for all who, you know, allow. All who allow. Okay. So Is my purest intention, angels of the highest light, to merge my energetic field on all timelines, dimensions, realities for my highest good and the highest good of the all. And as I do this prayer and as I'm using my pendulum, you should use your pendulum because there are some nuances, okay? Especially, yes, I'm getting a reminder, yes. And you want, especially if you're using this prayer for yourself and for others, okay? Because many of you don't know, and I'm here to tell you this prayer can be used for you and for others. It is a prayer, there's no judgment. Many of you are ancestral healers and you're not really certain. It's like you know you're meant to help others and you feel like you're supposed to bring it on. Bring it on. Interesting. That's an interesting word for me. Interesting phrase. Interesting phrasing. Bring it on. Okay, so it's like a challenge. But what you're meant to understand is it's not a challenge, it's about teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. hmm Fellow tuners on the Tune Squad. Yes. And every single person has, from the Tweety Bird to the Michael Jordan, we all have purpose in this game. It is my purest intention, Archangel Zachiel, the highest light, to direct the violet flame angels to cleanse, clear, balance, align, heal, seal, purify, preserve the energies on all timelines, dimensions, realities for my highest good and the highest good of the all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just take a deep breath and let anything go. The violet flame angels are burning away on your behalf right now. All that doesn't serve you, so that you can come into this place and collaborate with the oracle. Really see with that heart, letting go of the burdens that holds us. We free it. We let it go. We give it to our angels, our guides, our ancestors, to each other, knowing that a burden for you is a burden for me, and the same, vice versa. This is a special magic of seeing with your heart. Hmm. Goosebumps. Just stay here for a moment. We're going to get to the oracle. The whole thing is oracle. The whole conversation is oracle. We'll get to the cards soon. Are we ready? It is my purest intention, Archangel Zachiel, the highest light, to merge my energetic field with the violet flame. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame, to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like the sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. I am a violet flame angel of the highest light. I step into service wholeheartedly with the purest intention of love and light for all. It is my purest intention that my violet fire will bless all who cross my path on all timelines, all dimensions, all realities for my highest good and the highest good of the all. And so it is. I notice there's 7 on here. Welcome. Participate. We're really going to step into the oracle. Give me a like. That really helps this channel, helps grow. We got to grow this community because we are the ground floor of the new earth. We are the pillars of the new earth. Oh, I got deep goosebumps. Let's go in. Let's see what is going on here. How can we make sense? How can we close the door of one, open the next door and pull ourselves through. Like, if this is the third time, are you feeling it? Okay, let's go. So excited. All right, let me get my notes. We are going to be talking about here. Okay, so we talked about the whole thing. Now, the last part, the little post-it note I had here with the oracle we're using for this 7 years ago oracle. We're getting started, and yeah, let's do this. And the last song we want to keep, there's a song that we want to keep in mind. You ready? I believe in miracles, so turn around, you sexy thing. Now, I love, and I'm getting goosebumps. Can you see them? I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. The music is coming in for purpose. You are part. Did you see that? Oh my God. I literally just opened up that drink and it like, did you see it? It like spit all over. There's this energy. This is such a huge container. Wow. That is blowing my mind. I know. Okay, so we got to wipe this down because, I'm a little particular about my cards, y'all. I'm a little particular. All right, so look at that. I love it. Okay, I am feeling the vibration. Okay, so we're in the zone. We're ready to go. I believe in miracles. You sexy thing. I talked about this Babylonian energy, and this is what's so powerful. And we're going to cross the border here. This Babylonian energy is in itself an energy, a timeline, if you will, of multiple timelines, actually. And it is this like slavery. It is like, it's like this manifestation of this slave energy, okay? And this comes in so many different ways, and I don't want to trivialize it, and this is not a political conversation. I'm actually talking, many of you brought here, and we're just going to say it, may even identify with like a sex slave, okay? On somewhere in your lineage, it can be ancestral. Many of it probably is. It may have manifested in trauma in this lifetime. It's manifests in several different ways. And a way that it comes here in this timeline, okay, and I want to be very cautious, but at the same point in time, I want to be real. I want to be transparent. I want to be able to have conversation about these things that a lot of people are not talking about, okay? And it's the manifestation of this sex slave, okay, of being and like I said, it comes in many different ways, and it's not just about sex. We're talking about the orange, we're talking about the train, we're talking about the power of the divine feminine and how this was held back, how this was like being held, okay, in so many ways, and how it manifested and how it manifests in this time and age. I bet I can open and look at you a little bit like a book, because we are the same. Very overactive in our masculine energy. We were key, ding, 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 ding. We were overactive in our masculine energy because we were trying to fit in, trying to find the worth, trying to be like, oh, I can shapeshift, I can make that happen. This is the deep root of this Babylonian energy and how it manifests on several timelines, reinforced in many ways to keep you blocked from what? Your brilliance, your magic. And so, like Michael Jordan, you're being pulled. You're literally being pulled, and you're being shown the game, and you're being shown that you're perfect. You are the perfect part. Okay? And it's about this individuality and about how we all have this beautiful amount to add to the flavor, okay, to the flavor of this game. All right? So we're going to be talking about what are we emerging into, number one. What is this 55 all about? Okay, we're going to really look at this component. We're also going to be hanging out with the ancestors, okay? I can almost actually say that this almost this entire oracle is from your ancestors. All right. So we're going to start with this beautiful emergence. Now, if you're on my Facebook group, I just did a post about what emerged for this beautiful author. This, you can find this set on Etsy. I did a shout out on my Facebook. I love this. My friend Joanna, we were in a class of prosperity together, and this is her baby. This is her baby. And she just finished 555. Speaking about the 5 and the 5, she just finished this brilliant piece of art, and I put it on the community page. You've got to check it out. And it's this balance, this purification, these blue and purple energies coming together, weaving together this huge healing. And it's like, it just feels like Archangel Michael and Archangel Zachiel, and about this blueprint overweaving, and it's like you're part of this family. Okay, that's what I was feeling. I was seeing the birds. Okay, I was getting the birds. I'm getting the birds, actually. Okay, whatever that means to you. You've been in this hermit mode. It's like, where's my crew? Where's my family? Like, it's like, look at this card. It's like this longing. Okay, it's like this longing. This is what I'm feeling. This is the energy. Look at this purification process. Look at the steam rising, okay? This is what we're talking about. It's like we've purifying these horrible things that have happened to many of you on many different timelines in your ancestry. And it's like you have been working on this process. You've been using your imagination. You've been stepping into that power, knuckles. It has not been easy. It has not been easy. It's still not easy. And in fact, it's so confusing at this point in time. It's like, what is happening? Okay. And so that's why your angels and guides brought you here. And as I was shuffling, remember this, I felt when we opened this, well, when I was shuffling this deck and the birds, I was getting the birds. This is what fell out. Okay. This is what fell out. And I was told to keep it to show you. The bat. It's like you've been in this hermit mode, but there's like this calling. It's like you have this calling. These things drop in and you feel them and you know them. And it's like this is where the train starts to move. We get this movement. We lay down the track, right? Ding, 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 ding goes the train. And it's like, but we don't really truly understand it, right? It's like there's this mask. It's like there's this something, there's this block, but we just go with what we feel. Okay. And as we look at this bat, I want you to look at this bat. Okay. As I'm holding it, this is the right hand side. Look at this. The right hand side is more about the masculine energy. It's like, man, you tell me I can't put a square peg in a round hole, and let me prove it to you. Let me show you what I can do. But it's not about what you can do, my friends. It's about something more, because you are so brilliant. Is like you can really do anything. I believe in miracles. Is I'm hearing it. I believe in miracles. And it's like, yo ho, let's off to work we go. It's like you're so dynamic. You're so dynamic. That's adding to the problem, to be honest. That's making you not understand as much. But that's because this is where you've been. You've been developing and getting into balance so that you don't have to squint, so that you can see and not necessarily hear the third eye. Not even necessarily hear, but hear. Yes. Okay. This is your center. This is where we see. My husband just came home unexpectedly. Okay. And it's like you are the student and the teacher. Look at this. The wolf. It's like you've been feeling like the loner. In some ways, many of you felt outcast. Many of you felt outcast, like kicked out in some ways. But it's like, no, you've been going on this journey. This blue, look at the blue and the purple. Oh my God, I love it. It wasn't even like snapping. And you've been getting on this cycle. You've been seeing the pattern. You've been starting to understand more. And this is what I know I'm meant to teach. There are patterns within the patterns, and we're meant to discover them so that we can pay it forward to all. Okay? So it's like it's not imaginary. You are noticing patterns. You're starting to notice, oh, this time of year, okay, something's happening. And this is what we're meant to do. Just like the wolf, we are, and the bat, and all animals, we are on this pathway. We ourselves are animals. And it's like the hardest part, because of all these words, because of all the sounds that we can make, okay, it's like we feel in a way we are superior, but actually we are one of the all. We are just a facet. Okay, and so many blessings that we have as humans, really, if you think about it. Okay, but it is the manifestation of all we have ever been. And so you are ancient souls, and it's like you're discovering this duality within you. Okay, you're discovering this sixth sense. You're discovering this teacher emerging, and it's like maybe you don't really know what it means. That's what it's not about right now. Okay, but we are going to talk about this shift. We're going to talk about what's this gear. What gear are we shifting into? Thy bounty, healing, and abundance. Stripped down to the bones, my friends. Stripped down to the bones. Surrendering. Many of you have. If you haven't, I feel like it's going to come in an instant, and it's going to be like, whew, wow. Okay. It's interesting because I keep hearing thy bounty. Yeah, exactly, girl. Your legacy. This is what you're not aware of. Your impact that you make on this earth. And look at to all of this. I'm feeling it, like this legacy. Okay. I'm really kind of getting really a lot here. Okay. I'm definitely getting this. We're looking at your pineal gland right now, my friend. This is like now. Okay, this is the energy I'm feeling. There's this pineal gland, and I'm loving this blue energy, this healing energy, and this freezing. Okay, but it's not really freezing. It's icing the emotions. There's this balance between the fire within you. Okay, we're coming into balance, and we're getting this clarity. But this is more. We're talking about the pineal gland. We're talking about the pine cone. That's what I'm feeling here. The planting of the seeds, the pine cone. It's like we've had this fire. And remember the pine cone, if you've been here before, the pine cone literally determines the weather pattern. So your pine cone, your pineal gland, when it's stuck in the emotions and it senses the wetness, it senses, oh crap, here comes the storm. Guess what it does? It closes up. Okay, but in the moments of heat, when we feel the heatness, it expands and it opens up, and that's when the seeds pour out and they can be planted. And so this is this legacy that we're talking about. Your bounty, you've been stripped in a lot of ways. You've gone backwards, so that the seeds that you're planting can be sprouted. And it's like it's turned your world upside down. This coming together, these energies within you, the freight train, the tracks, this coming together within, okay? This 8, this infinity, this 44, okay? It's like, man, I'm feeling it. I'm barely making it. Just like the hummingbird, I am barely making it to the next flower. Yo, are you feeling me? Oh, just when you think it's over, it's like, nope, let me lace up the bootstraps again. But you're not seeing the full picture. You're not seeing what's being burned away, what's allowing this expansion, okay? It's like we're not seeing the full amount because we are feeling the burn. We are feeling the burn. 44:38, do the math. 44:38 is what I saw on the clock. 4444 hanging right now. Right place, right time. 44 plus 38. Balance, abundance is an 11, is a 55. 4455. The year of the rabbit. This is happening. It's happening. It's a coming together and it's a coming out. A coming out from where you were to where you are. You have been working it. Wow, I love that, Danielle. Welcome, honey. It's happening and there's no stopping it. That's right. There is a freight train. The train is coming in, y'all. Yes. Okay. Hello. And it's like the eagle is here. Spirit is here. And what I got a little earlier was this connection between the mouse and the eagle. And it's like you are both. You are both. And it's like you're climbing into this tree, and it's like, I'm always asking, why is the mouse going in the tree? And I'm getting this visual because the eagle's coming to grab, because it's like this combination. And this is what I'm feeling. It's like this stacking. There's like this stacking is what I'm feeling here, which is really, 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 really interesting. Okay. So on the bottom is, how can we be patient? How can we be patient and persistent? How can we whistle while we work? How can we just follow our steps, knowing that we are in collaboration with the earth, the sky, other light workers? I love this because I was just listening to the oracle coming in for myself on the progressive, right, of the that I've been doing all year. And I was just listening. I was literally getting like the ants are creating this framework. Like if you looked at an ant farm, it's like we're setting up this framework. We're laying the tracks and we're each doing it. And it's like, but as we're doing it, we're like, what is going on? You know, it's just like we're just following this impulse. Well, we're here to find out a little bit more. What is this shift all about? Okay. There it is. So the first part, the first spoke in our wheel, if you will, is the creativity, the creative awakening, the rebirth, okay, of this beautiful red-tailed hawk phoenix. Red-tailed hawk phoenix. Like, put that into words. Let's do that. Let's put that into words. My friend Joanna's words. Let's go ahead, because this energy has already come out. It wants to be seen. It wants to be evaluated. It wants to be shown. And as we're saying shown, keeping in mind that we're not even seeing the fullness. Okay, we're not even seeing, but we're getting a peek in. Okay, so let's take this sneak peek. It's just like, I don't know about you guys, but every single thing, I'm like laughing a little bit because every single thing is like synchronicity. The license plates have been talking. I'm like, every plate, I'm like, what is going on here? Maybe this is happening for you. There's so much. There's an overaction. Okay, and I resonate with that. But it's like, because we're not seeing the full picture, but we are seeing and feeling and knowing and tasting and sensing. The red-tailed hawk can be an incredibly powerful guide to anyone seeking to align with their soul purpose. When you combine this with the transformative power, and that's the word at hand, of the phoenix, the creative spark of the soul ignites into a flame. This flame of truth guides us towards our destiny. It's one of illumination, purification. What have we been talking about here? Revealing our shadows and burning away all the falsitivities, only until which remains is the truth of the soul, the bare bones. Okay, it's like we've been stripped, literally. And the phoenix rises victoriously, raiding a prism of new potentials through its victoriously reborn wings. When it all seems as though your world has fallen apart, be it a relationship, a job, or even the realization that you've been wearing a mask, the phoenix reminds us to have faith that within the discomfort of change, we are, with faith, promised a new life of higher purpose, contribution, and fulfillment. Now, some of you know my story. Like, we own a food truck, and we just had like a robbery, basically. Kind of an error on our part, but at the same point in time, like a huge manifestation of like holy shitness. Okay, excuse me, but I just had to say it. A come to Jesus moment. And it's like we really had to surrender, and we are surrendering too, because it's caused a lot of financial burden, a lot. And it's just like, oh my God, why is everything falling apart? But my friends, it is falling together. Do not lose faith. We've got to get to the bare bones. We've got to get to the bare bones so that we can plant the seeds that we're meant to grow. I'm getting this Jack and the Beanstalk energy, and it's like we're waiting. We've saved the bean. It's like I'm getting this. It's like knock, knock on the back door here. Knock, knock. My daughter and I, we watch Once Upon a Time, and that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that giant. He saved the bean. It's like time to plant it in a new world. It's time to plant it in a new world. A whole new world. Wow. This is a deep connection, my friends, of our story. And we're just sharing little parts of the feather, right? And we're making the connection. We're connecting the dots. There's a saying in China, when the dragon soars and the phoenix dances, the people will enjoy happiness for years, bringing peace and tranquility to all under heaven. And I'm getting the dragon is your feminine, the train, and the phoenix is your masculine, it is the tracks. Wow. The red-tailed hawk turned phoenix reminds us the most courageous thing that we can do in times of change is dance with it, trusting that the transformation is happening for our highest evolution and allowing our creativity to anchor as we navigate the darkness by the light within. And it's just the little things that I'm sorry, my husband just like
I'm like, I thought there was something weird with my sleeve.
just was in his sleeve. You ever had this moment? He literally just came in here. He's like, something's in my sleeve, and he pulled it out, and it was my daughter's underwear from the dryer. You know, and look at that. It's like some things just stick, and we're discovering. It's like we're pulling crap out of our sleeves, okay? Because we're starting to see the bigger picture, right? Dania says, I just began with a therapist for the first time in years, but also who incorporates quantum healing and human design, trying to align with faith because it feels fertile and different this time. Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. We're going into the cross of the sleeping phoenix. Beautiful. So this is what our first card is of this change, okay? Of this change, of this collaboration, of walking as this collective worker, setting the ground crew of the new earth. I'm like literally getting whistle while you work. And as I'm thinking about that, I'm getting the seven dwarfs. I'm getting Snow White and the seven dwarfs. I'm getting the connection of who you are. And it's like I'm getting this connection within our energetic system. It's like you are all snow. You are Snow White. You are the seven dwarfs. You are the apple. And you are the wicked witch. We are all. So it's that perspective. Okay, so to keep to make sure we're seeing with a bigger vantage point. The hawk is fast energy, the phoenix is the burn, but it's like at the same point in time, how can we widen the perspective? Okay, How can we widen the perspective? I cannot make this up. Wow. The red-tailed hawk says, and this is how it looks to me. Let's look at that again. Okay, message. How can we go in deeper? How can we go in deeper? What have we learned? Like, look at this card, the messenger. And what are the messages that you're receiving? Because look it's in the background. Knock, knock, knock. Okay? There's things coming in the subconscious. What is running in the background? How can you be still? And how can you allow this energy to come in? And how can you allow whatever's left to burn away, to create a new masterpiece? This is what I'm getting. For those of you that are artists, you know what I mean. It's like you start with this inspiration. Okay, so what I'm getting, it's like this easel in front of you. There's this inspiration. I'm getting like this paint, and I'm getting like this frantic. There's this frantic design. Okay, I'm just gonna go with what's coming here. This is what's coming in, and it's like, no, how can we paint over it? Paint the fence. Yes, Danielson. How can we step into the teacher, the relationship, see back and forth, put in the effort? Okay. It's so interesting. Paint the fence is what I'm getting here. Okay. How can we understand that we're being taught? We're being taught. Okay. That is so beautiful. I love that. I love that. How can the barn owl hear? The resourcefulness. How can we have love for ourselves? Again, how can we let the mask fall away and remain here? Here. Don't allow what you see. This is such a strong message. Gosh, if you only leave here with one message, don't allow what you see spiritually. I'm talking for a lot of you, like when you go within, okay, don't allow what you see to determine your reality, because you must remember that what we see is on the 10th level. I want you to think of Jenga. I want you to think of the steps. So if it's like one step is out of sync, it messes up the whole okay? Are you seeing with me? Let's take those tracks. Let's take those tracks. If like a lever is pulled, it causes a diversion. Now, there's no such thing as ever being off track, but this is letting me know that this is a collaboration, because barn owls, they collaborate in pairs, 2 by 2. Okay, 2 by 2. Jenny's journal. I have a red-tailed hawk over my house daily. Ooh. And the Snow White meme a half an hour ago. I love it, you guys. Yes. So there's this energy, okay? And this is what's at the center. We're going to look at this. Actually, I wonder if I can take you down here. Let's go down. I just heard down into the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, boom, boom. This is towards you, okay? So our first card, our second card, and now, is this upside down? Okay, hold on, guys. I'm trying to do this so that you can see it better, because I already know what it is. Okay. So here, look at this. In the center is this more like dark card, okay? Is this owl energy, being able to see things from a different point of view, okay? How can we allow ourselves to see from the hawk's point of view? How can we step into the hawk medicine? How can we allow ourselves to be heart-centered enough to take a moment to observe? Okay, to observe our surroundings using all the tools in our toolbox, including collaboration, coming together with others, because it's like you're not alone on this hill. Okay, you're not alone here. You're not alone here. This is a structure being created by many. Okay, by many. And as I'm looking at this, look at this energy. And it's like we're all, as we all make our walk, we're all releasing. We're all releasing. And it looks, I mean, I'm seeing this collective energy here. Okay. I'm seeing like a collective shadow, is what I'm seeing here. So powerful, actually. Okay. So the fourth part is the goose. And what I'm getting right away is Mother Goose. We've got Snow White here. We've got the oracle. We've got the stories of the past. We have the ancestors coming forward here. And it's like everything, all the tracks that have been laid down before, it's like, yes, you're setting a track. But it's like at the same point in time, the ease of it comes because of how you've allowed the stories to guide you. And this is what we refer to on this channel. And this is why it's like, yes, we are all, Oracle is all creation. All creation. And the more we can get in tune with the message behind, the more we can understand it. And so the goose, as you guys know, animal wisdom coming in soon, by the way. The animal wisdom of the goose has taught us that it flies in the V, the victory. It's the team in flight. And the goose, when it gets tired, it pulls back and another goose comes forward. And it actually, the flight of the first, the one in front, leads to the easiness of the flight of the ones behind. Okay? So this is, but also, this is another magic of the goose. When one goose falls, two come with. So we talk about three working together. So one goose falls, two other come with until they regain back in flight with the rest of the flock. And this is the message that I'm feeling here with you. Look at that. I didn't even know it was on bottom. Synchronicity, the storytelling. So how can we pay attention? How can we pay attention to what others are sharing? Okay? And how does this connect with us? And this is the true purpose of Oracle, the truth. Okay? And you're going to have messages coming through others. Why? Because it's a collaboration, and we're getting patience. You know, it's like, man, you know, someone shared this with me today, and shout out to my friend Sean. Love you, girl, if you happen to listen to this, because it's not about this message. But if someone tells you, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger one more freaking time, can I get an amen? It's like, again, the patience. But this is because your soul is just yearning this transformation. It is aware. Your soul is aware, and it's like, I want to be aware. But it's like at the same point in time, everything has purpose. It all has purpose. Allow the synchronicities, allow the stories to guide you as you take your steps, as you whistle while you work. Fast moving energy coming in. Why? I have full-blown goosebumps. It showed itself earlier, and I'm telling you, it's showing itself again. So let's go ahead and get familiar. What does legacy mean to you? Because whether you know it or not, you are impacting the earth as a whole. But this message is so much more than you know. We're going to get familiar with it. We were talking about planting seeds. And what we're doing is we're planting the seeds more than anything into the generations to follow. As we keep in mind what we have learned, I'm sure we're talking about this Babylonian energy and this oracle. I want you to think about how long ago that is. I want you to think about when you walk into Babylon, they had these murals of lions. There was this connection to more beyond. There was this rich culture, okay? And there was also, you know, as we said, the slave energy. And what you're doing is removing that for yourself, your ancestry, your children, your children's children, and far more beyond. It is time. It is time for the legacy to change, right? I believe in miracles. So turn around, you sex thing. All right, let's go ahead and get familiar. And so what is my and I want and I'm being prompted to talk a little bit more about my legacy. Okay. Yes, I'm an oracle. I show up here in service, and it helps me uncover just as much, as it does for you. And in fact, I do oracle a lot for myself, as you should do oracle for yourself. I love when I can guide myself months later. It's so beautiful. I have to tell you. Okay. But what I'm trying to say here about this is my legacy, and I am aware, are these attunements that I give. So if you're new to me, I do what are called crystal and plant attunements. Basically, okay, and here's our very first. Here it is. Basically, I can take a crystal out of my hat and I can literally attune to the energy. I can put it in the right chakras and I build structures off of them. I know. What? I know. Something a lot of people don't do. Oh, something a lot of people don't do, but this is my legacy. This is my blueprint to this earth on this timeline and timelines to follow, is to help assist, attune people to the power of the all, that is the animals, the crystals, the plants, the sound frequencies. I am here to help others with their frequency. This is why I'm a catalyst. So I am doing a moon necklace. I've been talking about it on this channel. You've been seeing it. I would love to have you journey with us. And because the moon necklace is coming up to assist you to deal with the positive aspects of the moon. Okay. As this has been, I'm just going to say it, one or more manipulation to our ancestries, to some of the dark aspects of the moon. And it's what holds this structure. And we are meant to free ourselves. Free ourselves. Okay? Because it is kind of like a loop. So I'm getting many of you have thought about this. You've seen it. You see the loop. You wonder, is there anything I can do? It just loops. But I'm here to tell you there's an exit ramp. And this is what you're laying the tracks down on. There is an exit ramp. And it is a choice for you to take. And there are others that have built that ramp, okay, for all of humanity. And it has been going on much longer than you think, okay? The contribution you gave to the hive, it's like, nope, we're getting out of the hive and we're going into the hills where the dragon energy is. The dragon is able to traverse through the mountains. Did you know that? The dragon is your feminine energy, is able to traverse through. This is the magic at hand. This is what we're not all seeing. Okay? So this legacy, let's talk about it, because this is really huge to understand where we are. We're talking about planting seeds. We're talking about the pineal gland, remember? Here it says 7 generations, but I've shared many times on this channel. The angels tell me, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to grab my pendulum because I want to be able to stand in my truth. Who's this message about? Who gave this message about our generations? Archangel Chamuel. Archangel Chamuel, I want to say it again, that we are on the 77th generation here on earth. Is that correct? Yes. When we heal, when those who come here, the ancestral healers, when you heal your ancestral wound, which is not easy, yes. Do you heal this wound for all 77 generations that have passed? Yes. What about the rest of the generations to come? Do you heal the wound for them as well? Yes. It is quantum. And it goes throughout 277 generations on earth. Yes. It is huge. Yes. And so, because it is huge, it is a big hill to climb, and we need others to do it because we're going to get tired and we're going to need to take a break, and others are going to need to step in. And we're going to need to learn to balance the work with the release, with the recovery, right? And so this is why we're here talking about this, because it's huge. It is huge. Legacy is defined as something handed down from an ancestor or a predecessor of the past. It is a choice. It is something handed to you 1:10:08 on the clock. Okay? It is an alignment of spirit, an alignment of renewal. It is hanging. It does not want, I love it. And so it's a choice to accept this. And I know I chose to accept it. And I have been aware that I've had many times where I could stop, but I continue to see it through. And I continue to take those steps. And I have my soul, I've already accepted it. I will continue to take the steps that are necessary. And many of you have chose the same. Created as a representation of these 7 generations. Okay. The concentric circles represent the ancestral web of our individual and collective past, as well as serving as a portal to the envisioning of the 277 generations, I plug that in, of the future. The 7 generations principle was first taught by ancient Iroquois people as an invitation to consider how the seeds we sow today in thought and in action are felt by the 7 generations in the future, just how the thoughts and the actions of 7 generations prior have shaped and influenced where we experience reality today down to a subatomic level. We plant seeds in every moment, not only in our speech and our actions, but in the stories and the thinking patterns that we allow to play in our minds and accept as true, often unconsciously. Every act taken and small, every act, great and small, taken in service of revealing and integrating limited or false thinking patterns carries with it itself a promise of contribution. We shift the psychic and genetic imprint of our future generations every time we affirm and embody the truth of who we truly are. Man, that was like a sucker punch for somebody on here. I could feel it right away. Man, that went right to your core. And this is why we have the stories and the synchronicities, and we have the resources of our tool belt, of our toolbox, and of each other. And we have our messenger, we have our angels and our guides, and we have the rebirth process and the beginning of something new, not allowing. And this is what's so amazing about you. And this is what I am feeling very passionate about in this moment, is that because you said yes and continue to say yes, the many will have choices. 11300. Renewal for us all is because we all affect. We are the all. So as we all undo our webs and clear the clutter and spin new, as we all do that, we take down the fabric of what was, and we literally set the fabric of what is. This is the shift at hand. These are the wheels that are turning. Can I get an amen? Are you feeling it? Are you understanding these energies a lot more? Your ancestors want to come in. They want to come in and tell you a little bit more about what we are alchemizing. Okay, what are we alchemizing? Look what's on bottom. We're alchemizing our magic, my friends. Sophia says, amen. Yes. Mother Earth is like, we are here together. This is the leather neck turtle. And seeing with the eyes of the ancestors, knowing that our home is always with us. We take it with us. This is our home. I'm talking about our chakra system is a communication source of home. Some people think we're from somewhere else. Yes, those are bits and pieces of who we are, but this is where we are. This is our home. We are here to bring heaven to earth, not to just zorb off somewhere else. Okay? We're here. We are of the earth. And we have this divine magic and this divine spark. 11. Are you aligning to your magic? Because it's something that you've called out for. Whether you're aware of it or not, you have called out for this magic. Be loyal enough to yourself to finish this, to bring balance to that magic, to see with the eyes of duality, to see with the eyes of balance, to be loyal to yourself, and at the same point in time, to be like any of you that have dogs, you know what I'm about to say. It's like no matter what has happened, it's like you leave and you come back and they are just as excited to see you. How can we be like this to people in our lives, to those who have maybe hurt us? How can we have a sense of loyalty to ourselves to not allow it to change who we are right here, to not scar this heart, to not leave? Do you think that scars were left? Those of us that resonate with the Babylonian, the sex slave, do you think there were scars left here? I know I came in with them, but I am not leaving them there. I refuse to leave this earth with those scars. I'm laying down the tracks, the zigzag, the stitches, if you will, to say, yeah, that cut me open, but guess what? I know I can cross over, traverse, go through so much more because of that, because of those memories, because of that scarring, because of what was there. Those traumas, those things that I endured that created a big reality for me, it's like they have purpose. And I'm so grateful for the full circle moments to understand them. Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to your intuition. Be loyal to what feels good for you. Okay? If it doesn't feel right, leave. You keep your ears open. It's like you know, and if you have dogs, you know they know. So trust yourself. Opportunity is coming knocking. This is the shift. There's a structure of the one coming in. There's this bat. Look at, we're going in to that hermit mode. It's like you're like, am I supposed to go here? Am I supposed to go there? And it's like you're going to be guided. There's a 4. There's a structure shift. And it's probably happened many times. And so it's like there's this nervousness. And I'm feeling your ancestors are like, yeah, we get you. There's this nervousness. But guess what? You're meant to be at one with this magic. You're number one. We're counting on you to bring this secret forward because you have something so special to bring forward. And it's like, can we allow ourselves to get past that frog in the mouth and to be able to share our experience? Your ancestors are like, we got you. You rock. You can't drive 55? Let me show you how to shift gears. We got you. Be in one with the magic. Be in one with the synchronicities. Be in one with the stories. Allow yourself to collaborate. Allow yourself to be still, to see the picture. Allow yourself to know this is so much bigger than you ever dreamed. So how do we get this in balance? Right? Let's see. As we talked about the 43, we started out with the 34. Okay, so you guys know the numbers are so. There's a mirror here. There's a reflection. So when we started out, gosh, what was that number 30? What was that number 34? Which I was feeling that magic. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I literally just picked up the deck and there it is. What? Look at the magic. Number 34 is where we started. Number 43, this is the mirror. There's the reflection, this healing, this caduceus, these steps that we're taking. We're kind of backing our way up, okay? Being in the flow, backing our way up. It's like, this is the energy that I am feeling that's coming together within you. This is the number, literally, the number 1 with the 7. How can we have this gentle aggression of the wombat? Okay? How can we, the wombat has really strong medicine. It's able to feed on the carrion. Okay, it's able to take that and to use that to its highest form. It's able to take things to the bare bone. So this is really talking about, you are so gifted, you guys. You were so gifted. This is what caused, remember I said, it's like you're so good, it causes this confusion. But how can we just stay in the moment? How can we just have this gentleness with ourselves, not force? This is the reflection that's coming up. How can we be in flow? And how can we be gentle? Flow like fluidity, not in the emotions, above the emotions, allowing ourselves to be guided, knowing that we are the water, we are the boat on the water, we are the oars. How can you use your imagination to continue the story? How can we allow our ancestors to speak through us? Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. So, hold on a second. I just did something. Well, there's no wrong thing. So, hold on a moment. Choose the next two. Okay, it's like we were meant to cut. I think I just cut the deck. Holly! Yes, girl. Through the mountains. Okay. So we just talked about the number 17 energy. Okay. And this is the first energy coming out, the next step. Stepping into your confidence, allowing the broken part. This is what I love so much. Allowing the broken parts of you. Now, this is what's so interesting. There's a connection here between these two cards, my friends. I want you to put them side by side. This is what I love. It's like I told you that the goose falls and 2 come with it. Okay? This is really speaking very loudly for me in a lot of ways. The 2 fall, the 2 come with it. And when the 2 came, it's like you felt broken. Okay, there's I want you just to stick with this story. Okay, it's like you fell at some point. It may be this timeline, another timeline. And it's like we felt broken and we were shattered into all these pieces like Humpty Dumpty. And it's like Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. All the king's horses, all the king's men came to put him back together again. But it's like, no, you put yourself together and you created this mosaic pattern. And it's like, I'm getting this energy, this wisdom. And it's like you've got your chin up. And it's because you're stepping out into the sun and you're finally noticing the dazzling, the glimmer. It's like you see your shimmer. You see and you feel your shimmer and shine. Okay? And this is the step that you're in. It's like once you're in, it's like we're number 1, frog mouth, be one with your magic. Now we can step forward into this confidence. This is the next step. One with the abundance that we truly deserve. And this is what I'm feeling. This is the energies that we're going through. Okay. And as these energies, okay, because remember, there's patterns. There's this loop. We've been laying down these tracks, and it's like, okay, how do I get that exit ramp? Remember, it's collective. So maybe let's go within and see, is there something that's meant to assist me? Are there other ways to collaborate with other owls, with other people who've revealed the mask to themselves. And how can this allow me to shiver and shine and step in confidence? How can I be at one with the abundance? One with the abundance, working with my power, the wisdom that I've gained, and taking steps of how I can collaborate with others. Okay? This is what I'm seeing here. It's like we accept this sacred spiral, and then it's like it allows something deep within to emerge. Okay? I'm literally seeing a note here. It changes your note, your frequency, and it's your change in frequency that affects your what you pull to you. And so should you feel called to start working with some of this medicine, I would love for you to journey with us with this moon necklace. Okay, because it's what I'm getting. This is how I can assist you to step into your confidence, to allow you to work with the positive aspects of the energies coming in, because it's a challenge. There is a challenge in front of us. This is a moment of truth. It will come around again, but it's like this is a moment. Knock, knock, knock. There's an opportunity in front of you. Are you going to be gentle on yourself and allow the magic to come in? It's up to you. It's up to you. Okay? But how can you be at one with the shift? How can you have respect for yourself? How can you allow the alchemy to happen? How can you see with your power? Okay? How can you take the steps? Because look at it's like do you see this split within your channel? There's cleansing of this channel is in front of you. So this I'm literally feeling I'm literally feeling alchemy. And look at, add the numbers, my friends. 15 and 18 is literally a 33, which is the number of alchemy. How can we allow yourself to put yourself together, the parts of you, bring all the parts of you, even the dark parts? How can we stand in the wisdom? How can we take the walk? And it's like, how can we honor ourselves? The cassowary is very much like the turkey, the abundance. Okay. And it's like, how can we allow this alchemy? Sometimes we need to work with others. And I feel like many of you, because this message is literally about the necklace of Babylon, which is a creation that came in of 4 different necklace structures. Okay. And all together, it is 3, 6, 9, 12 times 2, 24, 24 different crystal implants coming together to allow you to bring these bird energy. Okay. It's like the birds. Okay. What I was getting is the birds. And what I'm getting here is the bluebirds, the avians. They're the ones who construct the new. But it's like there's like this put together, there's this hump, something we need to cross over, cleansing this channel, allowing this beautiful coming together. And it's like Humpty Dumpty, he couldn't put himself back together again. Do you see? He needed the king and his horses. He needed Source and the angels and the guides and the other collective workers on the path to help construct. To do what? To step into the queendom. And what represents the queen is the bear. We'll see if that comes up. I would love it. The queen comes up as the bear because the bear defends the mountain. And what's inside the mountain? Our dragon energy. Are you seeing? We are the mountain. We are the bear. We are the dragon. We are the ants crawling up to get down into the ground, to come out of the rain. I love it. Boom, boom, boom. The ants go marching one by one. You know that song? Okay. How can we collaborate? How can we collaborate and integrate the movement? Okay. The fairy penguins, there it is. Let's find out. I'm getting that this is our first. Are we pulling from the fairy basket? I'm feeling it. Okay, who's this message from? This is a message from Archangel Chamuel. Okay, so we're pulling from the fairy basket. All right. So let me go in and pull a crystal because there's an energy here, and this is about our willpower. This is about this fairy penguin has no idea it can't fly. You know why? Because it surfs the waves and it jumps into the sky as the waves propel this penguin forward. It believes in its magic. True story. It believes in its magic. Okay, so I'm going in. This is the very first one I've touched. Obsidian. Obsidian. Obsidian pairs with willow tree. And so this is an energy coming in. Obsidian, I'm getting in my mind's eye the picture of crystal oracle that I have. And I always feel obsidian is like this bounce. Okay. So this is what the ancestors are doing. They're beating the drum for you. Remember, we're multidimensional. There's this vibration. There's this movement. There's this falling off of these energies, these darker energies. And I don't know why I feel compelled to speak like this, but I do. Almost robotic. We're letting go of these robotic tendencies and we're allowing ourselves to move beyond. Wow, lift. Okay? And so the obsidian pairs, so the obsidian is the crystal, and it pairs with willow tree. And as I'm doing this, the willow tree, and as I'm speaking of the willow tree, I'm getting this imagination of being a child jumping on the willow tree vines and splashing into the water and just letting that wonder and that newness and that fun. It's like allow things to fall off and just have fun. Don't be robotic. Don't be a creature of the habit, okay? Unless it is something that serves you. All right? It's like willpower. And I'm getting a message here about our will. It's like the will is so strong. This is that phoenix, though. This is what's okay. This is the wisdom that's coming in that solar plexus, especially. It's like we have these energies that are falling off, and as willful and as strong as you are, I know, square peg, round hole, you got it. It might take you 5 years, but you got it. I have all the confidence in you. But at the same point in time, how can you let that go? How can you let that go and be in flow and allow yourself to just be in the moment, to jump on the waves, to surf, to not be in those emotions, but to surf and to allow. It's like I'm feeling the wind, I'm feeling the water, I'm feeling the zest. How can we allow that in? How can we collaborate and integrate these energies within us to see beyond the will? Because in so many ways, those of you who have found yourself here, it's interesting though how I place the cards. Okay, I'm just going to trust it. This legacy is free. I'm hearing in the middle of the night, I go walking in my. There's something in that song. Through the shadow of death, to the river so deep, I was looking for something. Okay, this might lead you to. I did share an oracle. Okay, this is that song by Billy Joel. Okay, it's coming in again. Okay, so, I just love that song. And I think there's something for you there because there is something there. And what it is, I just got it. It's like I just got it. I just plucked that. Interesting. I plucked that out. And it's like I'm being reminded that message was all about that Billy Joel. He just like woke up. He had this dream. And he woke up with this little jingle. And he's like, I don't want to bond with this at all. And he's in the shower and he's singing the song. He couldn't shake it. And of course, it ends up being one of his biggest hits. And it all just came in. So it's coming in, my friends. Collaborate and integrate. Don't be robotic. You don't need to be like everybody else. You're not meant to be. Why do you think that energies bigger than we understand have conspired in some ways to hold you back from your brilliance? Why do you think many of you were burned at the stake, pillaged, traumatized? I told you on many timelines, you were stripped. But you know why? Because you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And so many are watching you and praying for you and seeing the steps that you are taking. It is everything to them and it is everything to you. But the message here is bigger because it's like we need to see, and I'm understanding this, it's bigger and it's this gathering, this coming together. Look at this 5x5, okay? Like, look at our hands, this coming together, this crossing over. I'm being reminded, here is the church, here is the steeple, okay? That like children thing, and it's like, here's the people, us. This is coming together. I love this. This is really coming out beautiful. Okay, so what is this love connection all about? So we just talked about like our feminine energy, working with our ancestry, really, and look at these birds, my friend. I've been seeing like there is only birds in this oracle. Like I'm just going to show you. There is only birds. That's all we have so far. I mean, it's just kind of interesting, okay? And I'm getting a message here. Okay, 9 plus 6 plus 8. Heal, integrate, abundance. Heal, integrate, abundance. Okay, this is really interesting because I'm being told, look in your notes. Hold on a second. Hold on a second here. Hold the phone. This came in. And this is why always keep your notebooks, my friends. Heal, heal, align, magic is what I wrote here. And then I wrote collaborate with authenticity, the healing. So this is what we're really talking about, being able, it all starts with being able to put ourselves back together again in our own beautiful brilliance mosaic pattern with the wisdom, stepping forward in confidence. And it's like, yes, there's that will, but it's not about the will. It's about the magic that's created from that. How gorgeous is that? Because these birds are moving together right here. And it's so interesting that we're building this pyramid. I'm seeing it happen right in front of us, okay? And I feel this is going to go on top. I can just feel it, okay? Because we've got this 2 and 2. We've got this love connection. There's this love connection coming in next. Now, this is a person, a project, okay? This is definitely a connection, all right? How can we collaborate with the one? So this is a pairing. I can definitely feel it. It's like coming in. You're about to grasp something. Let's take a look. I'm just laughing because I was feeling it. I was feeling this car. I was seeing it earlier. I don't know if it's going to show its face, but it already did. The shift at hand, stepping into the queendom, like really kind of cutting things off, cutting off those patterns of the past, staying grounded, okay? Being able to receive. That's the antelope, you know? Being able to receive, working with your angels. You're definitely all working with angelics. For sure. I would not be surprised if you're working with archangels. The 44, it's like you've been working that challenge from both sides as the hummingbird, as the flower, really trying to work and find yourself. And it's like you're just barely making it. And it's the second time the hummingbird has shown its face in here. We're seeing all the energies. Okay, well, let's get to the bottom. We've got this fast moving energy. We've got this fast moving energy, right? We do. And what's it all about? Well, on bottom, we've got the coyote. Now, the coyote is a very strong archetype in all, I'm missing Indian cultures, because this oracle is from many different tribes. Okay. But what they do have in common, the renewal, if you will, the pearl that's captured, if you will. Look at this. The essence that's in that eagle, in that claw, in this particular case, the claw of the phoenix, the red-tailed phoenix, is this wish fulfillment. This ability, it's like this wish. I feel like you've made a wish to make a mark. Okay, I feel like you wanted to be used as a vehicle. This is why you step in service. And it's like right within your grasp is this frequency. It's like you're these diamonds in the rough, and it's like this frequency is right in front of you. I'm literally dangling, like I'm literally not doing it now, but literally dangling these necklaces in front of you of vibrations that you can attune to increase your frequency. But it's like you've got to accept. And it's like, do you trust me? It's up to you. It's right here. The coyote makes folly, but it always learns. And this is what the wisdom is of the coyote. Okay? The coyote is us. It is the fool, if you will. Okay? And it's like we've made these foolish acts on this timeline, other timelines, all timelines. But this is how we learn. We learn by being in balance with one, with being in balance with, okay, learning from that. But this is past more than this. It's like the coyote is aware of what it learns. But this is deeper, because this is like bigger than we all know. And it's like this ability to look at yourself as the fool. This is the medicine that you bring forward. The ability to laugh at yourself, to laugh at the situation. This is the ability for you to really carry something truly very special. Okay? And that's that's the renewal that's in front of you. That's why the ancestors are like shaking. Like I'm getting shake, like they're literally shaking sticks for you, playing the drums for you. This is what we're not aware of. It's like this is a little bit of the folly, actually, that wants to come forward. It's like we need to see beyond our own pond. And it's like we say we're multidimensional, but we don't embrace what that means. And what that means is that we are experiencing things on multi-dimensions. And if we allow ourselves to kind of merge our energetic fields together, it's like the sum of the parts is greater. And this is what this is speaking about, this coyote. Okay? So what is this love connection? So we got the dogs and we got the birds. Okay? This number 14 here, same exact, no surprise, of that other, well, of the other card that we were talking about, the owl. This is the same frequency of the owl. How can we keep our ears open? How can we allow ourselves to have that energy of seeing things new? It just keeps coming to me. It's like this new door. It's like we're walking through this door, and it's like I just get like my dog is just so happy to anything that comes in. It's like, how can we be the same? How can we allow ourselves 144:01 on the clock, the power of the 144, oh my gosh, the army of God. How can we be loyal to ourselves? How can we be at one with this structure so that we can overcome the subconscious scripts? This is what I do. I help people deal with what's behind. And why am I saying this? Because I did it for myself. That was my special gifting that I went through. And what is yours? And how maybe mine can help you propel towards yours. Go within. Let me know. I'd love to have you join us. This is a very perfect time. The Babylonian necklace is perfectly timed to work with the balsamic moon, which we are in right now. It is the 3 days before the new moon. It is the best time to clear. How can you be loyal to a different structure? Following the steps. 4, 5. A shift. Are you kidding me? How can we collaborate? The hawk again. 3rd time we've got to read the hawk here. We have to, because this medicine is coming in so strong. But first, let's look at the coyote. I love this oracle. It's one of my favorite oracles. My very first oracle given to me. And the coyote says, the coyote I wrote is the medicine dog. These are my notes. Potential lesson to learn. He often forgets from the last time that he went through this. The coyote says, Coyote, you devil, you tricked me once more. Must I sit and ponder what you did it for? So this is letting you know that there's this wish fulfillment in front of you. It's like you're able to grasp. This is the talent. This frequency is within your grasp. Do you see it? It's like, do you see a spade as a spade? It's like right in front of you. Do you see it? The coyote is sacred. In the folly of his acts, we see our own foolishness. The coyote takes himself so seriously at times that he cannot see the obvious. He cannot see the forest within the trees. That's normal, right? See through the genius of your acts of self-sabotage. Find it amusing and laugh, trickster, laugh. There is something new within your grasp. Coyote always comes calling when things get too serious. So how can we lessen the load? How can we change our patterns? How can we go beyond and realize that it's not just up to us? That true collaboration is what leads to legacy. Teamwork really does make the dream work. All right. So, message. There is a message in front of you of collaboration. We have been talking about it this entire time. And I'm getting another crystal. So, are we going to choose out of the bowl again? Okay, and who's this message from? This message is from Archangel Raziel. Okay, so we're going to go in. First one I touch, Jasper. This is Jasper. Bob, and the phone's ringing. Can you take this? It's like so funny, and I love this message that's coming in. I'm sorry, my phone was ringing. It was my daughter's with somebody else. It was that mom. So look here's this Jasper. And you know what's coming in is the story I'm going to share with you about my dog. This is so crazy. When I rescued my dog Toby, 8 9 years ago, actually, my dog Toby, we rescued him as a puppy. He was one of 9 puppies that were going to be drowned in Arizona. Can you believe it? He is huge. He's an Anatolian Shepherd. You may have seen him before. He is literally taller than me. I'm almost 6 foot. So he is a huge. Some people think he's a horse. And this is coming in to pull you back to this dog message, okay? This Jasper, being loyal to yourself. And the reason I'm laughing is because I wanted to call him Jasper. And so this is the very first insight that I had to share with you. And it's just like, but no, he is a Toby. So how can we, it's like we want to rename something, but it's like, how can we be loyal to ourselves and see, like I said, a spade for a spade? How can we just see it as it is? Okay. And it's like, if you look at this Jasper, interesting that I want to show you this. Do you see it? I just saw a heart pattern on this. It's like, how can we stay heart centered? Wow. And it's like this milk is like, we can't see through this. We can't see through it. You can't see through it. You can't see under it. You can't see over it. But how can we go through it? I'm going on a treasure hunt, is what I'm hearing. Message. Okay. Let's continue to connect the dots. Dog, you are noble until the bitter end. Your medicine is the teaching of true and loyal friends. The dog, like Anubis, the jackal dog, is the protector of Egypt. The dog is the guardian. You, how can you be of service to others? The dog has been yelled at and told to get away, but it still returns the love to the person, the source for its bad treatment. But it also knows when to go on its way. That is the medicine of the dog. How can you be loyal to yourself? It doesn't matter what works for others. It doesn't matter, this XYZ PDQ. What matters is what's resonating with you. What is resonating with you? That's what matters. True collaboration is, how does it feel for you? You see this little arrowhead here? It's like, here's the pheasant. This is the medicine of this card. It's like you're working with spirit. The pheasant is this healing. It's like these stripes. It's like you're a warrior spirit. It's like, how can we tie this off? You see this turquoise? How can we tie off this bare bone, grabbing at sticks, the war? How can we recode some of these bare bone? And I want you to think about that. We're sharing the Babylonian energies and the deepness of how that affects us on all timelines. And we're talking about the necklace of Babylon, a series of 4 necklaces, which are attunements, okay? 6 attunements. No, 9, excuse me. 9 altogether over the next 4 months. And this is part of a structure of the Cambaran, which preserves our masculine energy so that it doesn't, because what's happening for a lot of us sex slaves on that, and this is deep. Many of you don't even remember this, okay? Go in with fresh eyes. Talk to your angels and guides, because this is what's caused this dark feminine. It's like this attack, the trauma involved, okay? This is the memory. See, it's right there. The dark feminine. How can we rise like Aphrodite, rise out of the emotions and crest on the ocean and allow ourselves to fly, moving past that, moving past those memories that do what? They create that loop. Remember, we talked about that loop. Remember, we're building the exit ramp. These are so deep. Message, if you choose to hear it. The hawk is here. The hawk is akin to Mercury, the messenger of the gods. The hawk medicine teaches you to be observant, to look at your surroundings, to observe the obvious in everything that you do. Life is sending you signals. Is this oracle one of them? Life is an initiation. If you've pulled the hawk card, then right now a clue about the magic of life is being taught to you. This magic can imbue you with the power to overcome a currently stressful and difficult situation. The test is your ability to observe the nuances of power lurking nearby. It is the power and the talent that you have and that you are not using. It's like you are picking up on these powers, you're grabbing them, you're holding them, you see them, but you're not really you're confused. Like, how can I want to block them. How can I preserve myself? What am I supposed to do here? You're not really sure where to go. And this is where I come forward and say, do you trust me? I have something that can assist you. Will you collaborate to see? Are solutions always hard to find? Because when you have lost the broader vision of the hawk, are solutions always hard to find because you've lost the broader vision of the hawk? Or is Great Spirit displaying a gift that you need only to receive? Have the colors of the morning inspired you to create? Or has the gloominess of the present situation left you earthbound, unable to hear the voice within the raindrops splashing on your windows? Pay attention. You are only as powerful as your capacity to perceive, receive, and use your abilities. What is called for here is an intuitive ability to discern the message carried within the cry of the hawk. The shrillness of the hawk's call pierces the state of unawareness and asks you to seek the truth. The ancients recognized this magnificent bird of prey as a messenger, a bringer of tidings to those on their earth walk. The good red road from the world of grandfathers and grandmothers who lived before them, your ancestors. If hawk were to magically cry, it would be a sign to beware or be aware. This could mark a coming of a warning tribe, a birth of a child, a celebration of a counting coup. Hawk's cry signals the need for the beholder to heighten the awareness and to receive the message at hand. Oh my gosh. My daughter Jordan just tried to call me. I gave it to her dad, and now she's here on Oracle. Hi, sweetie. Talk to daddy, honey. Oh my gosh, how funny. Hawk medicine is the totem that is filled with responsibility because hawk people, hawk people, they see the overall view. Hawk is not like the mouse who sees everything through a magnifying glass. Hawk medicine people are aware of omens, messages from spirit, and the color of the calling card you gave them 3 months ago. No details slip by unnoticed. If hawk has circled and landed in your spread today, you are being aware of the signals in your life, so notice and receive them. Hawk may be teaching you to grab an opportunity which is coming your way. On the other hand, hawk may be bringing you a message that you should circle over your life and examine it from a higher perspective. From the vantage point, you may be able to discern the hazards which bar you from the freedom of flight. Remember, hawk has a keen eye and a bold heart, for hawk flies close to the light of grandfather sun. And it is in the sun in which you shine your brilliance, all your broken parts, pulled all together, shimmering and shining, dazzling and dancing in the sun, creating a frequency all on its own, magnetizing experiences. Talk about legacy. Wow. Goosebumps. Goosebumps on goosebumps on goosebumps. Let's check in. Archangel Zadkiel, you brought in this oracle. Yes. Archangel Chamuel has been here. Archangel Raziel as well. This has purpose. Some new guides for many of you. Yes, I'm getting yes. I'm getting a triple confirmation yes. Okay. Have we shared everything in this oracle? No. I'm feeling we're meant to grab from the crystal bowl again. So we're going to grab one more time. And who's this crystal for? Archangel Zadkiel. And here it is. Wow. I'm feeling emotional. I'm going to share why. This crystal is very special to me. Hold on. This crystal, which is green tourmaline, it's beautiful. And it's in this beautiful amplified clear quartz amplifier. This was actually the very first crystal I bought with purpose. Now I'm sharing this for a reason. When I stepped into this world of spirituality, I literally was a spiritual virgin. I had a moment where my heart cracked open and I signed up for Reiki. That's how I entered this world. I no longer do Reiki because I was led to my own healing modality with the crystal attunements. This was my first crystal I bought because I saw this oracle. I've shared this story before, but I bought this oracle on my birthday 3 years ago. 3 years ago, okay? And I said, ooh, I didn't even know why I bought it. I just went with it and I started reading it, and it was attunements. Okay, attunements for light workers. And I started taking notes and I started implementing. And guess what happened? Like the coyote, I caused a lot of problems because I wasn't meant to do what he did. Okay. I was meant to, this is Michael. He developed this and I love this oracle. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for the inspiration, because I went through and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Now I was forcing it. I was like, I feel I meant to do this. Like I'm telling you, it was like a class. I'm like, okay, this is what I meant to do. I was feeling the crystals. Okay, I'm going to go to green tourmaline because it was the very first one that I bought with purpose. And hold on a second, guys. What page is this on? Green tourmaline is on page 71. Number 71. Okay. And I remember going through this book. I literally remember going through and going, okay, how can I implement this? I went out and I bought all these crystals. Okay, I'm going to just hold on. Bear with me. What's going on?
Over.
Okay, that's fine. Just say yes. Here.
I did.
Okay. Okay, so page 71. Sorry, guys. It all started with this attunement. I'm sorry. I just have to look at it. So, green tourmaline. And it said in here that it was for the heart chakra. And if I wanted to attune with it, I needed 16 crystal points. Okay. and I needed to go buy 16 crystal points, and this I needed green tourmaline, and I needed to set myself up in a circle and point everything in a different direction. And I wasn't really aware of what I was able to do at this point, you guys. And I have to tell you something, that I sat in this circle, and what I did is I opened a portal, and I had no awareness of what I was doing. I was being folly. I was definitely uh, working with that coyote medicine. And guess what? I learned something about myself through this whole process. Is that yes, the crystal attunements were for me. The signs and the synchronicities led me, but I wasn't meant to follow the exact path that this person had. I was meant to follow my own path. And so I read to you, green tourmaline. Thank you, Archangel Zadkiel. This means so much to me. It really does. Because when I opened that portal, I introduced energies to my family and to my home. I did not know that. I did not know that at the time, but I am aware now. And so, as I share to you, what does green tourmaline mean? It means soul song. Green tourmaline is a wonderful tonic for your heart. Okay? And what it does is it opens and allows you to trust your love and vibration. The energies of this crystal can be enchanting and, excuse me, I'm like looking through the tears here. Okay. Green tourmaline this crystal can help you rebuild an exhausted or closed heart chakra. The subtle green emanating from this stone remains fresh and renewed. It's almost like moss. It's just like waiting around is what I'm getting here. Okay. And I just want to share this because this is the first inspiration. Of course, as a student, very digitally took notes. Okay. Green tourmaline helps us remember our soul mission by taking us to the heart of the dream. Gosh, I'm feeling just so emotional. I'm just going to let it flow. It's like a rite of passage, my friends. Taking us to the heart of a dream that we can nurture within. Through this experience, an awakening occurs, and the song that resides in our soul's heart starts to sing. If we could learn to listen and follow our soul song, we would be guided even deeper. And so it started out with some folly, but I continue to be loyal to myself. And even though I had no inkling of what a crystal was 4 or 5 years ago, I mean, I knew what they were, but I had no idea. I went from buying one, holding one, being able to transfer the energy in sessions, to learning how to attune to them in my own way. And now this is how I journey, not with this crystal, with the attunements. It's with my words as a catalyst. It's really amazing. So you can, I know, I'm crying too. So I'm so like the message is so much deeper for me, okay, which is why it's so beautiful. I'm going into my folder of attunements. I can't even remember what it pairs with at this moment, but let's pull it out because we're meant to share it. So just a moment. 77 attunement combinations, my friend. I have attuned to 77 pairs. So that's 77 crystals that have paired with 77 plants. And these, I've created an energetic system called the Cambaran and the Rosary. This is part of the Rosary structure. And the Rosary preserves the feminine energy, and the Cambaran, the masculine energy. And together they create a rainbow bridge. Together they allow us to traverse and to bypass the energies that were never meant for us. Okay? Even though they were meant to manifest It's like they were never meant to continue in the way that they went. Green tourmaline pairs with Hollywood, which is literally, it's part of a shield, okay? It's part of a shield along with emerald and pink opal and some other. You have this, Miss Holly. She has this in her energetic system. It's part of the rosary structure, and it expands your sacral, expands that dragon energy, that spark. It expands that will and that confidence. But in the queen, in the renewal of the queen, it expands the heart, it expands the unconditional love of the higher heart, it expands your imagination and all three parts of your trident, the pineal. So clarity expanded, focus, clarity expanded, vision expanded, focus expanded, and it expands the relationship between your chakras. This is what this crystal does. And Archangel Zadkiel is bringing this information forward for you because it is the expression of what listening to your soul song can do for you. The reason I was led to create these attunements was to assist you to to keep all the trauma at bay, to preserve your energy so that you can listen to yourself, so that you can connect to your guides, because I couldn't do it. I was blocked. But I truly wasn't. I thought I was. That's why I use my pendulum. And that's why I have secret handshakes. Yes. And that's what I've learned along this message. And this is how I've been a student. And this is how now I am a teacher, paying it forward from the steps that I've taken to prevent what? Any folly for you. Very motherly energy coming through here. The mother. We started with Mother Earth. I love it. We started with Mother Earth. And on the top of our pyramid is that legacy. These are yeses, by the way. These are the yeses from my angels coming through. And I'm not here for you to believe in my angels. Look at that. No. I'm here for you to connect with yours so that you can find your soul song, expand your divine purpose. And it all starts by preserving your energy, my friends. So I stand here in truth and I say to you, are you ready? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to get on this train? This is a train that I'm a conductor of with these necklaces. Okay, check it out. The necklaces are $230. Okay, I just want to remind you that they are a labor of love. Okay, this is hours of transmuting energies. We journey together, and these necklaces are put into the crystalline grid of Mother Earth. They are embedded into the crystalline grid of Mother Earth. They are kept cleansed, cleared, charged, activated at all times. And as you expand, they're always with you, and they will assist you. They literally teach you. Okay? They teach you. That's what attunement means. They teach you how to increase your frequency. They are the power of the all. That is what this channel is about. Is there anything else that you wanted me to mention? Do I get the triple? Can I get a triple handshake? Have I done what you wanted me to do through this oracle? 1, 2, 3. Thank you for being here. I've stepped into my soul song. It hasn't been easy. It's still not easy, but I'm here and I'm ready for all of you that want to come with and step into your brilliance. I'm not better than you. I am you. I'm just an example. And I'm very transparent. So, should you feel guided, reach out. If you have questions, reach out. And if you're not ready to jump on the track right now, it's okay. It's okay. It's a choice. But if you're ready to make a change, and not just surface level, my friends, if you're ready to go deep, if you're ready to release, if you're ready to undo, if you're ready to step into your purpose, if you're ready to step into your brilliance, if you're ready to shine like you were always meant to do, let me know. I'm just a click away. I bid you adieu. 2:15:15 on the clock. And what that says to me is collaboration, one with the shift, one with the shift. All aboard. Chugga, 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 chugga. Choo choo. I'll see you guys. I'm over and out. I'll be back soon. Okay. I hope that you enjoyed this oracle. Thank you for joining me. I will be back very soon. And I'm doing, and I will put the link for the moon necklace again, because some of you, it might be the first time. I would love for you to journey with me. I'm doing 2 special journeys over this very timed moon. You can do this necklace anytime, but this is the perfect time. Go within. I'll be doing a session tomorrow night, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Oh, sorry, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time on Sunday, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time on Monday. These times were chosen from the angels, the days, everything. little message in your inbox. Let me know if you'll be answering the call. I would love to have you join in. Okay? We'll see you soon. I hope you love this. I know I did. Thank you. Aw. Love you too. Bye, guys. We'll see you on the flip.